Let me paint a picture for you. So you're at a bar, hitting on a girl, it's going pretty well. But then out of the corner of your eye, you see a man walk in. You immediately feel his presence. You sense that you're in danger of losing the woman you're speaking with. You look at him for a moment, then you look back, she's gone. But you don't even care, because all you can think about is how you want to go introduce yourself to this man. You want to know him, befriend him, boom. Masculine energy is one of the most powerful forces in this universe. It can split mountains or conquer empires. You could galvanize 500,000 troops, or it can make your memory dissolve into oblivion forever. It's that powerful. It's metaphysical. Can't even be explained, and here I am trying to explain it. I should stop. But regardless, I'm gonna do my best and tell you guys the 3 best ways that I know of personally to radiate masculine energy. So let's get into it. Number 1, you must believe that you are important. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if you were the CEO of Pepsi or a simple shoe shiner at the local airport. Doesn't matter. No matter who you are, just a guy. You have to believe that you are important. This is the antithesis to important. You must believe to achieve. That sounds super cliche, but it's true. Obviously, we all know that the best way to achieve severe confidence is by positive reinforcement. This is why rappers and athletes have such supreme confidence, because everybody tells them how great they are. That was a great song. That was a great catch. Nice touchdown. Blah, blah, blah. You're the best. You're so whatever, right? Or on a smaller scale, the example that I like to give is an only child. When there was a kid that doesn't have any siblings, usually they have the biggest egos. Why? Because they're mom and daddy's little boy. Their whole life they've been telling them they're so special, you're one of a kind, blah blah blah, so they think they're the shit, right? So what happens if you don't have that? I know what you're saying. I don't have that positive reinforcement. I'm not that great. No one tells me I'm great, so you have to. Sometimes you have to manufacture your own positive reinforcement. Sometimes it's the only way. I do it. I did it before getting on camera today. Sometimes when I'm talking about a new topic that I don't generally talk about, if I'm questioning my knowledge and my confidence in that topic, I'm like, do I really know what I'm talking about? Yes, you do. There's no reason you can't talk about this shit. You made hundreds of millions of views on this channel. You know stuff. Talk about it. Share it. Why not? I literally do this. This is one of the easiest ways to get yourself in the zone. And then, don't forget this part, you gotta put it into action. Confidence without action is nothingness. It's dust on the windowsill. It's useless. Everybody always talks about the law of attraction, and you know that book, The Secret. It's like manifesting and thinking positive thoughts to create the life that you want. And yes, I agree with that. There is definitely some energy that you can put out there, but it's all useless if you're not putting that into action. Do all that can be done each day. Let me repeat that. Do all that can be done each day, mother. That's number 1. Believe that you're important, because what you see in yourself, other people will also see in you. Number 2, make masculine movements. So there's kind of this trick that writers use. If you're having writer's block, you can't think of what to say. You gotta write a script, this, that, the other, a blog, who knows. And you're sitting there, you can't find the words. If you just take your pencil, start moving it on the paper. You might not even be doing anything interesting or remarkable. It's just doodles. Who gives a shit, right? Just a simple act of starting the mechanical action will set off a chain reaction of creating the productivity of whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So why not do the same with being in your masculine? Start the mechanics of a masculine man. You know, correct posture, head up, chest out, shoulders back, walking, talking with purpose, eye contact, a firm handshake, going out of your way to introduce yourself to people, dressing like an important person in whatever realm that you're in. All you have to do is start it. Start the match. It's like one of those things, like I can't think of what it's called, where you roll the little ball down the thing, it clinks off that, and all of a sudden it's setting off all this shit until it's something beautiful. For example, like I said, if you're dressing like you have respect for yourself, other people will see that you respect yourself and they will respect you too. They'll say, this is a guy who handles himself, he's a professional, and he respects himself. Why shouldn't I? I can trust in this guy. He cares. It's like when a soldier puts on his uniform, he feels like a soldier. Or when a girl puts on her dress to go out to the club, she is in a party mood. She's like, I'm ready to do this shit. Simply put it into motion and the rest will follow. There's this quote that I really love, and I couldn't remember who said it, so I looked it up and a bunch of different versions of it popped up. Jerry Sternin, Bruce Norman, Kegley, who gives a f***? But it goes something like this. It's easier to act your way into a new way of thinking than to think your way into a new way of acting. Simply start the mechanical chain reaction and the rest will follow. It's like going into the gym. You may not feel like a bodybuilder, but once you start moving the muscles, you're doing the motions, you're pumping the blood anyways, the growth and the stimulation will come after that, and eventually the mindset will follow. And the last and perhaps the most important thing to radiate masculine energy is to assume complete self-accountability. Let me explain. We as men live very difficult but also very promising lives. We could experience the highest of highs or the lowest of lows, and it's all on you. No one's gonna be there to grab you and say, oh, it's okay, little buddy, pat you on the back. It wasn't your fault. No, it was your fault. Anything that goes wrong or goes in favor of you was completely on you. The man that realizes this and acts accordingly will have a virtual superpower over the man that does not. Have you ever met an executive or a highly successful man who is always deflecting blame? Could you imagine Elon Musk? Oh, you know, I tried really hard, but I just couldn't get the money. No one believed in my product. They didn't realize what was in front of them. No. When he was at a crossroads, he had barely any money left and he had two companies to keep alive, SpaceX and Tesla. He basically had the choice to dissolve one of them to save the other. He said, no, that. I'm saving both or I'm dying with both of the companies. I will burn this shit before I give up on either. And guess what? He did. He split the money. He invested it equally into both. He lived in his office, worked 100-hour weeks. And guess what? It worked out. The rest is history. Two of the biggest companies in America, the richest man alive. He did that shit. I had a long period of time on YouTube where I was getting embarrassingly low views, and I could have deflected and said, you know what, it's the algorithm. Oh, the subscribers, they just don't know what good content is. But no, that. It was me. It was all my fault. I didn't understand what was in front of me and what the audience was actually interested in. That's on me, baby. I simply had to figure it out. Why is it not working? Back to the drawing board, because if something's not going your way, somewhere along the line, you fucked up. And I mean that completely and utterly in every realm of possibility. If you go on vacation in Florida and it starts raining, if you didn't want rain, you should have gone to fucking Phoenix. That's on you. So the first step, no excuses. Never again. Every time you catch yourself saying an excuse, put a rubber band on your arm or something, snap that shit. Break that habit. If you adopt the mindset that everything is on you, intrinsically everything else will follow and it will be mirrored on the outside. You will be perceived as someone who is a leader, someone who can be trusted, someone who is worth investing into, and ultimately an unstoppable masculine entity. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, subscribe, and until next time, peace.